Yo, what's up, everybody? This is William from Before the Billions, back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. Today, we're going to be talking about a Business Insider article talking about how this guy skipped college and now he's financially successful with over $600,000 a year from his online business. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to give my commentary as well. If you enjoy this type of content, please go ahead and consider hitting the like button, and it may be a small click for you, but it means a lot to me and I would really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get into the article. So this is the article here from Business Insider. The title is "I Skipped College and Now Make $600,000 a Year Online. I'm the first person in my family to purchase my own home." All right, so as you can see here, this is the guy. Trying to pronounce his name is going to be difficult for me. I believe his name is Olir Raman. So Olir Raman, Oli or Raman. I have no clue how to pronounce his name. So I apologize for people who may be able to pronounce his name a little bit better than me, but it seems that he is of South Asian descent, so most likely Indian. So we shall see. All right, so it says, this as told to essay is based on a conversation with Olir Raman, a 31-year-old YouTuber and entrepreneur in the UK. It has been edited for length and clarity. So one thing that already sticks out to me, so they say that he's a YouTuber from the UK. Now I know that with YouTube and all the other like social media platforms. So for example, I know a lot of you guys may know a very popular YouTuber by the name of PewDiePie, who is from Sweden, and he would speak in his native language, and then he moved over to, I believe it was London, and after moving over to the UK, then he gained a lot of a following because he could speak multiple languages. So you have people from multiple different countries coming over and resonating with your content. So it's not just people who are who live in Sweden, and it's not just people who speak English in the UK, but it's like a global type of thing because a lot of people speak English, a lot of people speak the Swedish language. So you'll probably see a lot of people gravitating to that type of content. So with this guy, he's from a from a South Asian background. So I'm believing that it is India, but it could be any of the other Southern Asian countries. So he's coming from his native language over to the UK, very similar to PewDiePie, which will lead to a lot of traffic going to his YouTube channel just based off of language alone and also based off of location. So I just wanted to bring up like that case study or that example to kind of show like, hey, you know, if you are able to speak multiple different languages, it helps you tremendously with your YouTube channel and also your other social media content. All right, so let's continue. So it says, I come from a South Asian background, but was born and raised in the UK. We weren't wealthy. I grew up on benefits in social housing. None of my family members were formally educated or owned property. I never expected to become the first person in my family to buy a house or to become a millionaire, but I did. Now, I'm not sure how real estate works in the UK. It may be a little bit different from the US, but I do think that it is a great accomplishment for you to be able to buy your first home. Let's see. So it says, buying my first smartphone opened a new door for me. We didn't have internet at home until I was around 15 because my parents didn't see its value. We didn't have internet at home until I was around 15 because my parents didn't see its value. When I finally got it, it fascinated me. I bought my first smartphone with money saved from working as a waiter. I customized it and shared my customizations on XDA Developers, a mobile software development community. This led to me making and selling icons and wallpapers, which was my first experience making money online. I used the money from selling those digital products to buy my first computer, a used iMac. Until then, I had to share a family computer. Buying that iMac was necessary for me to start making and learning things independently. Yeah, I can agree with you, because if you want to make like iPhone apps, you have to have a MacBook computer or a Mac computer in order to actually use it or create an Apple iPhone app, which is crazy to me because it's like, okay, I have to spend so much. Like, they're not cheap, right? Some people may have some extra money or whatever, but it's not cheap to just buy a MacBook computer. It'd be like $2,000 just for one. You can go and find some for like 1,400, 1,500, right around there. but there is still a lot of money to come up with at a young age. I decided not to go to university and instead make money online. Despite my parents' typical concerns about formal education, I convinced them to give me a year to try making money online before considering university. I made enough money to support myself that year. I paid them rent and helped with household bills. I shared my design work on Dribble. Oh, I used to love Dribble back in the day. Dribble and Behance were like the places I used to go. Unsplash. There's a lot of places we can go to see like photography and designs and infographics. I really did enjoy going to Dribble. They used to have an iPhone app. I'm not sure if they have it anymore. Well, they got rid of it when I was using it, but yeah, I think they still have their website up to where you can see designs. But that was like so many years ago. I shared my design work on Dribble, where clients started to notice me. This exposure led to making website templates, particularly for Tumblr. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys remember Tumblr. Those are some days back in high school, man. High school and early college. Oh man, you go on Tumblr. That was like you go on Twitter or X right now and you see a whole bunch of not safe for work content. Tumblr, you see it all, boy. Yeah, that's where you go if you want to see some not safe for work content. I learned to make and design websites by watching tutorials on YouTube and replicating other work I'd seen online. I have no formal training. My themes became popular, and in 2014, I was approved to sell them on Tumblr's official online store, which significantly increased my income. My income had been around $20,000 to $30,000 a year, sometimes even less. Once I started selling on Tumblr, my income grew to six figures. Yeah, I can believe that. I was still living with my parents when this financial success happened. They were still skeptical. I stayed with them for a few more years, saving as much as possible until I was ready to move out and find my first house. See, that's the thing about making money online. When I started my YouTube channel, that was the first time I actually, well, I can't say the first time, but that was the first time I really saw that I could make a lot more money online. And I remember the first time I made my first $100 from a Cash App, and I was like, "Oh man, this is awesome!" I felt really hype about it. But as things progress, if you keep staying consistent with your business, you just keep growing and you make more money. So it makes sense that he went from 20,000 to 30,000 all the way up to six figures over a long period of time. Tumblr was really popular back in like 2010. So that's a long time ago. It's 2024 right now. So that's 14 years ago. So if he had been making content, he been having his business for over 14 years, then yeah, it is, that is really good for him. I'm the first person in my family to purchase my own home. I was around 23 when I started to see significant money from Tumblr. Knowing that success wouldn't last forever, I focused on learning new web design and development skills. This strategic move and saving most of my earnings allowed me to buy my first house. Now living on my own, I became a founding designer at a company called Playso, where I worked for a year. I had always wanted to be part of a startup. Playso paid well, and I was given shares in the company for being an early employee. This venture paid off when Playso was bought by GoDaddy. Awesome. Resulting in a significant payout for me. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, when people say that you can't get into tech without a degree, like he had a business and got in with a startup. Now, as long as you have the skills, you'll be able to get a job, definitely. He just so happens to have had a business that paid him well. He got notoriety from multiple different clients that he had, and that helped him to be able to get that position. But if, let's say this, right? He says in his caption that, hey, I didn't go to college. I skipped college. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, is if you just skip college, you need to have a plan. It's not like you can just skip college and then just do nothing. Nothing is not a good plan. So he just so happened to have a plan, and over many years, he was able to land a job, right? It's not like it's a real quick thing. It's like he had his first business when he was in high school, and over several years he was making money online and made his first six figures online. Then he finally, after several years, he finally made it to where he was a founding member of a company. So he had to make his own company, a founding designer. So just want to kind of give that context, just based off of what he says here. I want to give that context to people that, hey, when you see people on social media saying it's so easy to get into tech, this guy right here got into tech, but it took many years of practice and working with clients and everything else on his own, and getting that notoriety and the credentials to say, hey, he has the skills. It's not like you can just skip college and then you just all of a sudden have skills after watching a few videos or something like that. Like, you actually have to be doing this. I expanded my income streams after leaving the startup. I started an online store called ULX Store in 2018. See, it's just now getting to 2018. So he did all of this until like 2018. So he started the online store to sell his designs and other products. I started a YouTube channel in 2015 to provide insights I wish were available to me at a younger age, demonstrating that success is attainable without a privileged background or formal education. It's hard to believe that 2015 was 9 years ago. That's crazy. I began taking it seriously around 2020 when I realized its potential for scalable income through sponsorships and AdSense revenue. My channel grew to around 100,000 subscribers, which attracted sponsorships and enabled me to charge significantly for sponsored content. Then also in 2020, I was diagnosed with cancer. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. It was a very challenging period personally. At the same time, ULX Store became very successful. Our desk accessories were in high demand due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That year, the store generated around $1 million in revenue, contributing to my most profitable year yet. It's essential to diversify income streams and learn new skills. After my diagnosis, I worked to ensure my business could operate without my direct involvement as I took time to care for myself. I was still earning a significant amount in passive income from YouTube AdSense, digital product sales, and sponsorships arranged earlier in the year, which was astonishing to me. Once I recovered, I gradually returned to work in early 2021, focusing more on YouTube as it had grown significantly. In 2023, I earned around $600,000 a year from all my income streams. Now, one thing I wish he brought up is, for that $600,000 a year, is that his income, or not his income, but now, is that his salary, or is that all the revenue that his business has generated? Because you generate revenue, but not all of that goes to you directly. So $600,000 is absolutely fantastic for the business to create. Or is he saying, hey, I make more than $600,000, but this is my salary that I'm taking home? Or what is his salary that he's taking home for himself, and what is the amount of money that he needs to pay for bills like payroll or for operations and licenses and all these other different types of things? So that's what I kind of wanted to see, like a breakdown of that. Overall, $600,000 a year is fantastic. My approach to online business emphasizes starting with one main income stream and then using the earnings from that to diversify into other areas. I've always saved a large portion of my income, which has been crucial for building my wealth and investing in new ventures. I have a few long-term goals. Since turning 30 and considering future family planning, I'm focused on securing a financial foundation for myself and my potential children. I don't see myself retiring because I enjoy what I do too much and find it fulfilling. I envision creating a substantial investment portfolio that allows me to live comfortably off its returns. I recently moved to Dubai, but kept my house in the UK, so I can come back when I please. Even though my living expenses went up, my income also increased because I'm not paying as much in taxes. I'm excited for this new chapter. And also, another thing about that, as I heard that in Dubai, the taxes were completely different than how it is in the US and the UK. I heard it's actually not as bad, but just like how he's saying in this at the very end. So that's the end of the article. All right. Overall, guys, what did you guys think about this topic? Please go ahead and hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified whenever I make new videos on YouTube. Please go ahead and hit the link in the description down below so you can check out the Before the Billions website and join the newsletter. And also click the link in the description so that way you can join the Discord chat to be able to speak with either me or anybody else within the BTB squad. I would really appreciate it. That being said, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Please do not forget to build your billions.